Hey, how's everybody doing today? I just figured I'd start all over with a game and do a new one. Um, I just have a few things I'd like to show you and everything and all about the beginning. So without further ado, let's get going. All right, we'll turn on some lights, gather up everything we can. That doesn't take something to recycle it.
It's dark and quiet now, but it doesn't have to stay that way. Reconnect the power. Bring this place back to life.
See if we can't find some line here so we can reconnect some power, get some lights.
Good work, Caretaker. Every restored connection brings us closer to reclaiming our home. We've lingered here long enough, Caretaker. Head to the docking hangar. There's something important there, waiting to show us our path.
Alright. I will come back for all that stuff too, by the way. So, I just want to get some lights going here. That there was where you could just back up, or you could revitalize your health like this, which I should do. Alright. Let's get all this stuff out of the way. So this is the way you gotta go, is through this door here. Some lights on. Gather up some stuff. Alright. I'm not going to do anything with the elevator or anything like that right now. I'm just trying to get everything on and everything going here. Oh, looks like we got some. Take care of all these guys here. And make sure when you do this, you get this all off because it will respawn. So. Jeez, he died hard. Move him out of the way for a minute here. Over here.
There she is, your vessel. More than just metal and circuits. It's your freedom. This boat is how you'll reclaim the seas, and perhaps even your identity.
And this down here is your boat when you first start.
The dock systems are offline. Without them, we're trapped here. Restore the power, Caretaker, so we can sail again.
So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Restore the power. And there is a battery right down here, so if you happen to like get low on battery power in your own self, you know, just hook onto it, plug it into yourself, give yourself some juice here. That is basically what you rely on. So you rely on the electric and the vitality is what they call it. So alright, now we gotta go up here and make our way to the roof here. Oh, guess we ain't gonna do that. I have to find another way here. There's some goodies in there, but I'm not going to go in there right now and get any of that. There is a vent somewheres that you can go in. If I can recall where it was. There it is. Oops. There you go. I'll be back for you, buddy. Alright, here we go. Now, grab this, plug it into there, plug these two together, take one off from here, plug it into there, and I gotta fix this, which is number 5, which, by the way, there is, if you push T, you will have a repair tool and a torch. That's how you get to all that kind of stuff, and you can put it in the slot you want it in that you prefer. Turn the power on. Alright.
Each step forward reconnects us to a brighter future.
Now that I have a little bit of power going there, and I have a little bit of power left in my batteries, and I am going to start alright, now this room, this also has a fabricator and stuff, and it's close to your boat down there, so that way you don't have to do it. But I'm going to go into my push tab, go into my skills, because I unlocked the level 2, and I'm going to unlock this right here, and I'm going to unlock this right here, which this right here is a basic electric cylinder, engine cylinder for your boat, and this is a dismantle tool, which I use a lot. So, and electric cables I definitely want, and a cable extender I definitely want for electric. I don't need fuel or any of that right now, and I also want this. It's a solar panel. It's just a small one though. It's your beginning one. Excuse me. But it's better than none. And I'm gonna find some cable here somewheres. Go looking around, see if I can't find some. Oh, jeez. I need some energy here. Okay, so I'm gonna go down here. So I know there's a battery down here. And I'm not seeing any cable down here, which there normally is, but I guess this time there ain't. Gather up some of this stuff. Now, in this situation, seems how I don't have any juice left in me, and I don't have no way of hooking to any of these right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back upstairs, because that one up there is already hooked up. So I actually can hook up. Well, I can't. I don't. Oh, there we go. There's some stuff. Hook up right here. Give myself some juice. Because if you run down on electric, it will actually start taking away your health. So, but I'm going to come up here because we already have everything up here. So I'm going to come up here. I have to have electric. And there is no batteries up there as of yet. So I want to plug myself in. I'm just going to leave that there. because I'm going to need it again anyways. So go back down here where we have batteries, so I can build me a few things here. Build one of them here. By the way, when you're looking at the ground with a cable in your hand, it'll say fabricate cable, as you can see right there on the bottom in the center. Fabricate cable extender, and that's what you want to do. Just click your right or your left mouse key or button, and then you can fabricate it so you don't have to drop it and all that kind of stuff. All right, see, now for that, I see I can turn that on, start gathering more materials. Now, I forgot to tell you as well, when you use the dismantler, which is this tool here, it will take away your electric. So it uses the electric from you in order to dismantle stuff. So like this here, you can see it's costing me 40 watt hours to do that. Whereas if you don't want to run low on all your electricity that you have right as of right now, you can always grab it and just stick it in there. It don't cost you nothing. So, which at the beginning, you know, makes more sense because of the fact that you don't have much for electric yet. So I'm going to look and see what I unlocked for level 3. Oops. So going to skills. What I unlock. Don't need no battery. I ain't worried about cylinders right now. Okay, there's a Durapack, which is a storage, but it's a small one, and that's all you can get right now. But see, you got the electric pistol. What you want, and here's the Whisper. This is the very first wind turbine you can get, and I mean they work. It's up to you if you want to use them or not. It don't matter, but I just personally don't. That's all. But I'm going to unlock that, and I'm going to unlock this electric pistol. So that way I have something to defend myself with. And go gather all this stuff up. And right now I am going to build myself a small, if I have the stuff to build it with. Add all missing parts. See, if you go in here, you click on that, you can add all missing parts. It'll build all the stuff for it. Meanwhile, you can go over here or wherever you want. There, I decided to take that down, and I'm going to build mine right here. So I'm going to go in and build myself a small chest. There we go. And see, it'll automatically consume that from here to there if it's in the radius. So see, now I can start putting all this stuff in there, so I don't have to carry it around everywhere I go here. But it doesn't hold a whole lot, so oops. There we go. Unload myself into here again. Just does. I'm gonna keep going because I'm trying to get some kind of loud in here, so I'll go out here. But I'm trying to get some solar panels built. That's what I'm trying to do, so I can go upstairs and build some. Because I want to get these all filled before they wind up running out on me. So I'll look in here, see about these solar panels. All missing parts. And I'll do all missing parts. And I'll do all missing parts. And do all missing parts. So that's like 4 of them. Now these are not for upstairs. These are going to be for my boat. Because right now, that's all we have. Is those kind of solar panels. Unless you want to stay here long enough to unlock the next solar panel, which I'll show you. If you go into skills, the next solar panel would be, it's called the Lumimid right there, which you'll have to be level 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll have to be a level 6 before you can unlock it. And you can put them on your boat. Or you can put the Whispers on your boat. If you prefer to do that, more than welcome. Put them on there. The good thing about the Whispers are, though, they do work day and night. So you don't have to have, obviously, solar power and all that to do them. So. But that's why I use the dismantling tool. I like it for that reason right there. Because I get double XP and I can go up quicker and I can unlock stuff quicker before I leave this building. You know, I want to be able to do a few things on the boat before I leave here. So. I'm just going to go around here, grab all this stuff. As you can see, some of it takes longer than others to do. So. But you can see right there at the bottom, it just gives me loot or XP for doing that, for using this. And every time I use it, it's giving me XP. Now I'll show you. I'll stick this stuff through there quick. Alright, I'll get away from it. Come up here where it's a little quieter. I'll get away from it and I'll let it do its thing, and then I'll go back down and I'll show you that not only did I get loot from this, from using the dismantle tool, or XP, I mean, not loot, I'm sorry. Duh. But see, right here, I'm going to get XP as well. See, I got plus 5 XP right there. So it's giving you more XP to do that than it is to just grab it and throw it in. But also, it does use the energy, like I said. So, that's all. As you can hear, the guy in the background right there, the guy that's here, is telling you to do this. Telling you to use your dismantle tool. So. See, when I'm sucking out of this battery too, and it's going to lose its stuff here quick if I don't get something down here. So I'm trying to gather all the materials I need for upstairs in order to get me some of them solar panels up there that are already there, fixed. So it'll start charging all these batteries down here. So now I'm just going to go through and start doing this a lot. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video here. And I'll start it back up when I get this all cleaned up and everything. And stuff gets ready. So I'll see you on the other side. And welcome back, everybody. I did all the stuff I was going to do, and I'll give you a little tour here. Alright, I got all my stuff picked up down here and everywhere. I got all my cables ran into here as well, into the battery. Now, to give you a heads up, there is altogether 5 batteries in this whole facility that can be hooked in unison, so they all work together. This is just one of them, and this is for these 2 machines, is what I used it for. But I went through and I got all the stuff. I hooked up that room there first, the one we were just in. I went through all this, all that up there, all this easy stuff to get to, all this in here, that room we were in, that up there, you know, all over around here, that was easy. And I grabbed all the stuff, and then I built all the stuff I needed to do all these lines, and then all these cable extenders. The cable extenders will take 1 plastic and 1 iron. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the cables take copper and plastic to make. So those 3 things you will need. And then I set all these up to all these batteries before I started doing the rest of the building. And I have one reason that I done that, and I will show you. I left one spot to where we can look, and I'll show you what I'm talking about and why I done it. Because there is a lot of loot in this building. So, alright, I'm gonna head up here. I'll show you the other 2 batteries that are just up these stairs. Okay, and these 2 batteries here, if you go up them stairs right there, that goes up to the roof. And that's where your wind turbines are, and also your solars. I'll just go ahead and show you. And also your solar power. So, okay, I just went through the wall here, which they already had cable hanging there, so it kind of give you a hint that that's where they want you to go. But right here, these are solar panels, and they're let me go around the front. These are the Lumimids, and these are already here. All 4 of these are already here. There's just 3 of them that are pretty broke. They're pretty bad. And what I done, instead of building them little itty bitty ones, what we'd start out with, I just fixed these ones. Because at the beginning, you can't even make these. But you are able to fix them. So I just hooked all these in unison. I fixed them all. And these, I don't like wind turbines, but these were producing power. So they wasn't, I'll show you here. If I get this out, it'll tell me what the percentage is. The durability is 13%, so it's not very good right now. And I don't think any of them are. That one's 0%. You know, and that one's 0%. Well, when I first started, they wasn't 0%, all of them. I just hooked them up just to help do the thing, but these did just fine, all 4 of them. And then I just ran here. I put a cable extender here so I could put a T here. That way it could go to this building, which has these two machines in here just in case you didn't want to run all the way downstairs or whatever like that and use the machines down there or on your boat. You can just throw them in here. And then here's another fabricator up here as well if you want to build anything or anything like that. But there is a secret room right here. And there is also a secret room right here. They'll have a grate over top of them that you can just grab a hold of and just pull off. So go down there. They'll have a few little things up on the roof. There's a lot of, all through this whole roof, it's got a whole bunch of loot. But I already got it all. And then I'll just head back down. And I'll show you the other spot here. If you go into here, go down instead of going up the ladder. Okay, and then this side over here, I got all these cables running, and this is quite a long stretch here. This isn't just, you know, 3 or 4 feet or nothing. This is quite a ways. All the way over here, all the way up these stairs, and then you go down this little hallway. There is no lights in here, by the way, in this hallway. And you go over here, and there will be your elevator. It won't be here. I think it's at the bottom, or it's stuck in between, one of the two, until you get power. But I just went down all these, and I'll go down this elevator, and I'll show you. I just went down all them stairs. Okay, I'll stop here. See, yeah, that's the top. I came down there. Cable extender, or yeah, cable extender. Then I went down, cable extender, went down, cable extender, and you get the picture there. It goes clear to the bottom like that. If you look, it'll come all the way down, cable extender, all the way down, cable extender, all the way down to another cable extender. And yes, they'll come from there all the way down without a problem. Okay, and then I come up here and came out here and went up these stairs to a cable extender, and then right here is your last battery. But this battery runs this terminal, so without that you can't get into this room. These two you can just open, but the lights won't work. Both of them you can just get into, but that one you have to have this power before you can get in it. And like I said, there was a reason I done all this before I started looting. For one, it keeps the lights on, obviously, because you got all these batteries hooked in unison. And as you can see, I got everything in between the batteries, not going to or coming out. Like this one here could be switched. This one could be just going right there, because that's all it's doing is running this. But in between all the batteries, I got it hooked up to where it's neutral. It goes either way. So, and all of them are like that. But there's a reason why I hooked all these cables up, like I said earlier, and here it is. I left this little bit of stuff here, okay? But as you can see, I'm a little bit low on electricity, so I'll just hook onto this. I hook it into myself, and it'll draw, because no matter where it's coming from, whether it be them batteries or them ones upstairs or downstairs, it don't matter where it comes from. These are all hooked in unison. And you just hook it to yourself and leave it hooked while you use your dismantle tool. You just walk over to, cut this stuff up, and I just cut them two things up like that. As you can see, I'm still full. That will keep you full while you're doing that. That way, when you're doing all this, because it's a lot, I mean, there's a lot, so you'll be back and forth, trying to hunt up a battery all the time, you know, so you can get your power back. So I just do it this way. That way I can hook to any of these, no matter what one it is, because there was loot down this hallway, you know, and I could hook to this one and just loot this whole hallway. But they'll go a long ways. I mean, you got 20 meters, I believe, of cable that you can go. So just to give you a reference, just real quick, you know, I can go all the way to this elevator. just from that. I can do this whole room just from doing that. You know, I can go up these stairs. I can do this whole hallway just from doing this. That's as far as I can go. That's 20 meters, as you can see right there by the hose nozzle. It says 20 meters of 20 meters. That's as far as I can go. But if you take this and reel it in, and that's the other reason that, like when I hook up to batteries, I will hook up to a cable extender because I can do the same thing here. I can go into each one of these rooms and I can do all the looting I want in there, and it'll still keep me full. And then I just hold Q, reel it back up, take off, go to the next spot. You know, it's pretty simple. And that saves a lot of time of running around trying to find, you know, some place that there's a battery and you don't quite make it, and, you know, you die, and all kinds of stuff like that, you know. I don't want to see anybody doing that, so I just figured that might be a little simple trick that somebody might need to use, you know. And when you come out here, this is what I always done when I come from downstairs. After I got everything hooked up, your elevator will obviously work, so then you can just go jump on the elevator, come up here, then I just come over here and I jump off. It does not hurt you one bit to jump into the water, as long as you don't hit nothing, you know. Just jump into the water and run down here, do what you need to do in your boat, you know, or whatever you're doing. Go over there if you wanna, but I did everything in my boat because it just made more sense, because that's where I wanted everything, rather than just haul it back and forth, you know. I might as well. So I just came in here and I set all these up. I made it to the level, which, let me show you quick. I made it to, whoops, I'm at level 7 right now, but I made it to where I got opened up the medium storage. So that way I was able to hang up the medium storage, which holds quite a bit, you know, considerable bit more than them little bitty guys. And I just threw them up there. Them are not going to stay. I mean, I'll have my other ones the same way, but I'm waiting for the large ones, for me to open the large ones before I actually put them up there and color code them and all that kind of stuff like that. I just threw them up there so I had some place to put all my stuff, and I didn't want them sitting here all over the floor, or I didn't want them clear back here in this room, because if you have them here and you want to use your fabricator will just take it out of all these. You don't have to have it on you or any of that kind of stuff. Your fabricator will just use it. So, and I always leave a cable here to just quick heal myself. And these two are diesel engine cylinders. Well, first of all, you got to come in here. You got to fix this. This is broken. This one won't be broken, but your diesel engine will be broken. So you got to fix it with your repair tool. And these will be laying around on the boat. These two will be laying on the boat. These two will be laying on the boat. So just look around, do some looting. Don't mistakenly go up to them, because now you know what they look like, and hit them with your dismantle tool or whatever. You don't want to do that. That right there is full of diesel, and it's got a cable right beside it already hooked up, or just laying there, I can't remember. But you hook to it, hook it into your diesel, you're good to go. And I opened my lumimids because I got to level 7, which is where they are, and I hooked all mine up. This is how I hooked mine up, and I got 4 of them there, 4 of them on this side, and 2 up there on that roof. And I also put 2 of these for people so they know that these are available, you know, and use them. You can use them. I don't use them, but that's personal preference. I will use these too until I get the batteries unlocked. And they're level 8, so they only got 1 more level and they'll be unlocked. But I don't use them for the simple reason because they're maintenance, and I don't like maintenance. So I don't like having to put money into them, or not money, but all your resources into them. So I just go with a solar, and the solar is more than enough once you get out of here and get some batteries for backup. And your ship also is a battery, so it holds 60 kilowatts, 60 watts, I mean, which is right here. And see, that's 6 kilowatts, I mean, not 60, my bad. And I'm full right now, so, but I'm not, the red right there is saying that I'm not producing any power, which obviously I'm not, because I'm not out in the sun or anything like that. I'm in this enclosed building here, so I'm not going to be. But all I did is, after I got all the batteries hooked together and everything, I just hooked my ship to that battery right there, and then I was able to fill my ship up, so it was ready to go as well, as you can see. But that's as far as I got. Now I can just unhook this, reel it in, and basically I'm pretty much ready to go. I looted the whole thing, everything. There's nothing I didn't loot. There's some loot in here as well, so make sure you go in there. Make sure you're looking around for all them little bitty places like that, because there is probably 4 or 5 of them maybe altogether, and they will have loot in them. So, but once you're ready to go, you just head up these stairs right here. As you can see in my top left corner, that's my quest. I'll get away from that guy talking here. That's my quest, and my last final quest is, it says, when you're ready, open dock doors and sail out. So these are your dock doors. See that? They open up, the big doors will open up for you, and you're basically ready to go sailing. Go explore, do what you want to do, you know, have some fun with it. It's a blast of a game. I love it. As you can tell, this is my second playthrough of it, and I love it. Devs did a great job. It could use some optimization, just a little bit more. I mean, they had a update, and they did some, because it's a little bit better than it was, but it could still use some more. As you can probably tell in my upper left-hand corner there, I'm only getting between 20 and 25 FPS, so it's not great. But if you have a better computer than I do, you probably would be better, obviously. But I don't have the greatest computer, but I think I'm going to sail out, and hopefully this helps people out, gives them an idea of what to do before they leave here and stuff, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and have a great day. See you on the next one.